With that being said, take us over to the PLL. What happened there this week?
Absolutely. So the PLL was on tour in California this week, a homecoming week for the California Redwoods, who happened to be playing against our Denver Outlaws, and they were the first game on the docket this week. And this was a good one. A lot of performance from our Denver offense. After an 0-2 start to the season, they pulled off their third win in a row. This one was an 18-12 victory over the Redwoods. Almost put this one away early with a furious lead in the first period, or first quarter, I should say. They were up at 1.7-3, and then had a very close goal called back on review because of a foot on the crease line, which counts as being in the crease.
Can't be in the blue paint.
Can't be in the blue paint. It's green grass on this one, but that's okay. So yes, instead of an 8-3 lead, it stayed at 7-3, and of course California then immediately turned around and scored on that to make it a 2-goal swing, 7-4. Then we kind of got into a bit of a back and forth. I think we went 8-6 into halftime, but the Outlaws continued to prevail in the second half, and a flurry of goals in the fourth quarter finished them with an 18-12 lead. Call-outs on this one go out to Pat Cavanaugh, put up 8 points in his performance, 5 goals, 3 assists. That puts him top 3 in the league in scoring. Also helping the Outlaws to their lead, goalie Logan McNaney is now also tied top of the league with a 62.5 save percentage. Comparative to the Redwoods, had a 40% save percentage.
We know about the save percentages.
The save percentage is pretty huge. So still very early on in the year, but the Outlaws have now, with that 3-game winning streak, put themselves on top of the Western Conference with a 3-2 record. The little asterisk to that tidbit: everyone either has a 3-2 or a 2-3 record.
Sounds like parity to me. Everyone's all even.
Yeah, absolutely. But I did a little bit more digging on our Outlaws roster here, especially as some of our elite talent starts heating up here as we get into the year. And as you were saying when we first brought up the lacrosse, we have 4 of the last 5 Tewaaraton Award winners, and that is the award for Most Outstanding College Lacrosse Player. And just running down the list here, 2024, Pat Cavanaugh out of Notre Dame. 2023, Brennan O'Neill, who also had a couple points in this one. 2022, Logan Wisnauskas also scored a couple of goals today, and Jared Bernhardt, I think, put up a hat trick, who was the 2021 winner. So that is literally all of them, and the next one up from 2025, our most recent, is CJ Kirst. He unfortunately escaped us and is playing for the Philadelphia Water Dogs.
Oh, Water Dog.
It's a cute logo. But yeah, that was the PLL action this week. Denver coming alive here as the days heat up, and this was a pretty entertaining one if you like that lacrosse offense, because it was kind of clicking. It's a kind of weird thing that the Denver teams all fall into the same pattern. Guess what the Outlaws' offensive style is? Quick transition scoring.
All offense, no defense. Best defense is a good offense.
Essentially, yeah, get a save and get it going the other way. And wouldn't you know it, that's the recipe for success at Kroenke Entertainment.
I'm curious who owns the Outlaw.
That's a great question. Let's see here. I bet we can find out pretty quick. Mike and Paul Rabel.
Nope.
Rabel. Not the Kroenkes.
Not the Kroenkes, because that is the Kroenke staple.
Well, they're following in good footsteps, at least.
So we hope.
So far, so good. Yeah, and that is our report out of the PLL.
Exciting. It's fun to learn about some of these new sports. I will have one more week of football before I have to find another sport, because I will not, even though I will, to be fair, here in Colorado, the Rapids tend to be a fairly good team. I'm going to say more often than not.
We had a nice little wave. Who was our superstar guy who turned out to be our coach there for a little while, I think?
I don't know. I know we had Tim Howard for a little bit, who was in goal.
Tim Howard was a goalie.
I know we had like a few championships, and we got Tim Howard, and I think he might have won a championship with us. And then after that, it was horrendous for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I think we won a championship here recently as well. And we're kind of in a good state again, if I remember correctly.
Marcelo Balboa. How could I have forgotten?
Is he son of Rocky?
Balboa. That was the name I couldn't remember. That was a long time ago. He was inducted into the Gallery of Honor in 2003.
That was a long time ago.
Okay, well, that's my most recent info on the Colorado Rapids. So yeah, I don't think we will be keeping up with them very, very.
Nope, like I said, champions or Europe football begins here in a couple months, so I'll go find something else to do. Maybe I'll go look at volleyball or something like that, because there's a lot of volleyball play happening right now as well that I happened to stumble upon and gave me another idea, but I've already committed to the...
It is the season for good volleyball action.
Oddly enough, there is no like off-season volleyball, because you have the national play, and then there's like the professional sort of teams that you have going on. There's really a non-stop to volleyball is what I sort of stumbled upon.
Interesting.
So that's a fun fact.
Yeah.